These right here might be some of the most cleanest up-tempos Nike has dropped in years. So I gotta say, this Black Volt colorway looks great in hand and it doesn't even do justice for it in camera. So we gotta go ahead and break these down. Let's get it and let's go ahead and go. Man, this is gonna be a great review, so I definitely recommend stay tapped in and watch it throughout. I do want to say as well, these sneakers will be linked in the description down below. They will be affiliate links and they do support the channel if you do purchase, so I greatly appreciate if you do so. I gotta say, this is just one of the 4 sneakers I did go ahead and buy in my little sneaker shopping vlog I did go ahead and do, and a little bit of like a little kind of sneak peek. These are the sneakers. You can see the Superstars above there. That is a super special collab with SpongeBob SquarePants. Super dope. We also do have the Chicagos up there. We do have some Nike Air Max trainers, and then we also do have these right here. So those shoes should all be coming out momentarily, kind of, you know, one by one, but stay tapped in, hit the subscribe button if you do want to see all those different sneaker reviews. More onto the up-tempos, you guys. First ever up-tempo I have ever owned. I did cop it because it is recent release, and I will show you the release date on the screen. I didn't really have too much to really expect upon this shoe. I definitely got to say, it is big and bulky. The video is definitely not misleading you. It definitely is big and bulky, but I feel like it kind of, you know, it kind of comes for that overall comfort. It does have a pretty good amount of comfort from this shoe, and I feel like it is very supportive. But I also feel like, especially for me, I feel like it's something a little bit to get used to, because this is a more retro, a little more classic, and something out of my comfort zone, which I gotta say, I was a little kind of, you know, kind of shying upon this sneaker, and I almost decided not to get it because that's simple fact, but I decided just to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy this sneaker, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy I did it. And I believe, I don't know the exact price, but I want to go ahead and check the price with you guys right now. This is the Nike Black Volt. I believe, okay, the sneaker is about $170, just like the last sneaker I did go ahead and review, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Off the bat, $170 is kind of crazy. Let me know what your thoughts are. Would you purchase a sneaker for that price, knowing that? But yeah, I'm gonna save my final verdict for the end of the video, so you guys stay tuned to watch the whole thing, which I recommend you should. I'm gonna give you guys the overall details of the shoe. I'm gonna give you guys the materials, build quality breakdown, and comfort, on foot looks, and all those great things. But with all that said, let's go ahead and break down these actual shoes. And the first section I do want to talk about and kind of break down for you guys is the overall unboxing. Now, the shoe comes in a very regular box. Nothing is very different about it. You don't get any special laces, and yeah, it's just very, very regular. I do want to say though that you get that classic red Nike box, of course, nothing wild, but inside you definitely have a nice mix of black, that suede texture, and neon volts. Instantly kind of jumps at you. These look like somebody put the OG 90s pair in the gym and told it to get sharper, and I gotta say, this shoe, when I explain the unboxing period, is none other than that right there. It's very classic, it's very kind of, you know, retro, and I feel like it definitely is just one of those shoes that it doesn't really need those extra tip of the top things to kind of speak for itself. Enough of the unboxing, let's go ahead and talk about the design and materials breakdown, and that is a little bit where I feel like a lot of my OGs are kind of gonna want to, you know, just sit back and really like see what the shoe has to offer. When we talk about the design and materials breakdown, I first want to talk about the upper construction, and within the upper you get that chunky retro up-tempo shape. You got the big paddles, bold lines, but that black out finish gives it a sleek, modern update. Now, most of the upper is smooth black nubuck with synthetic overlays, giving it that layered athletic look. You do have some Volt accents, and I gotta say, this is probably the best part about this shoe, and you get some hits on the tongue, the pull tabs, and the air units, and you get that glow under bright lights. Now, these accents look subtle indoors but explode outside. And also, now when it comes to that overall Air Max cushioning, as you're able to see along the heel, you still get that full length visual air, which is kind of one of the reasons the up-tempo line still feels surprisingly comfortable in 2025. And the cushioning actually feels different than I expected, and I'm about to explain that in this next section where we talk about the comfort and the fit. Now, before we go ahead and talk about the nitty gritty, the details and things like that, if I had to break down the comfort, overall, one scale out of 10, 1 out of 10, I would definitely say this shoe is a solid 7.5, 8, and I have tried a bunch of comfortable sneakers. So this sneaker is comfortable, it's not uncomfortable. I definitely gotta say, it comes a lot from the padding around the shoe on the inside, but also from that underfoot feel. But let's go ahead and talk about how this shoe you know, is. And kind of as we talk about this up tempo, I definitely want to say Nike kept it true to the 90s feel, which means it still has that firm but stable cushioning. You got thick padding around the heel, solid lockdown, slightly heavy, but supportive feel. It is going to be a little slightly heavy, but you have that supportive feel. And these are not lightweight modern basketball shoes. They are old school tanks, so it's definitely for the time, and it's definitely a classic for that time. But that's exactly why people love them. A little bit of fit advice: these shoes do fit true to size. I got it at 10.5 and it fits me like a glove, fits me exactly how I want it to. But if you have wide foot, I definitely would say, as a little estimation, maybe try to go half a size up. I would say that's like a little more of a safer option if you do go ahead and purchase without trying in person. But the nubuck can feel snug at first, so give it a little bit of break-in period. And now do not skip the on-foot looks, you guys, because they look completely different when you move. And I gotta say, I was looking at myself in that mirror right here, as you guys can see, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good with shorts. And I didn't think that these shoes would look good with shorts, but they do look good with shorts. So I gotta say, definitely do not skip those on-foot shots. I'm gonna show you guys coming up at the end of the video, because it definitely will add on to this shoe. But let's go ahead and talk about the style and wearability first. And the Black Volt colorway works with way more fits than you probably think. You can wear this with some black joggers, maybe some gray sweats, shorts in the summer, cargo pants, oversized tees, retro fits. And I gotta say, with these, they are definitely loud, but they are still clean. So with that being said, you get that retro basketball attitude without the OG bright white panels, and these are lifestyle ready, and they're kind of not court shoes anymore, especially compared to what we have today's day and age. But let's go ahead and give you guys a little quality control check. And my pair came with some pretty clean stitching, even material finish, no glue stains, strong suede texture. And I gotta say, Nike did these right, unlike some of the rushed retro drops that we have seen in the past. But is this shoe worth buying? The money question, the question people wanted to hear. Is this shoe worth buying? Now, for me personally, I think this shoe is not worth my $170. I feel like it definitely depends on you, but for me, it definitely is worth more to me than the Nike Air Huarache trainer version. But I don't see it being a shoe that I really be like, ooh, like let me go ahead and cop this or this Uptempo. I just feel like it's not one of those sneakers that really compels me. It's not one of those sneakers I can see really like adding to my day-to-day. Maybe if I had some extra money to spend, maybe then I'll just be spending it on this shoe right here. But then again, I feel like there's a lot of other shoes that I'd rather spend than this shoe right here. So that's my final verdict. Let me know what you think about this shoe in the comment section down below. Would you go ahead and cop for $170, or would you have some other options you'd rather go pick? Let me know. And then yeah, that is my full video. Let me know how you guys felt. I appreciate you even watching this video this far through, and I recommend and I appreciate if you could hit the like button. It helps me reach an extra large audience, but also allows me to see what you like in the future. So hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you don't miss on these daily uploads. And now that you've seen just one of the sneaker reviews that I have made, I recommend see around the 100+ that I have made, where I cover some of the latest and greatest classics and things like that. And you can go ahead and check these reviews out right here. So I will see you there. Peace.